In a misty graveyard, Sarah found an old jack-o'-lantern on Halloween dusk, its presence unsettling. She unearthed it from beneath a withered tree, its carved, wicked face grinning eerily at her. Sarah wiped away the damp dirt. The cold, heavy pumpkin felt like death itself in her hands. She lit the candle inside with a match pulled from her worn jacket pocket with a slight tremble. The flame sprang to life with a sudden hiss, casting an eerie, supernatural green glow all around. It illuminated the tombstones, making them appear like accusing, bony fingers pointing directly at her. Sarah, a curious historian, knew the local legends of a lost, reviving jack-o'-lantern of immense power. She had always dismissed such terrifying tales as mere folklore, but a shiver of doubt crept in now. The night air grew thick and heavy, filled with an unsettling, almost palpable and malevolent presence. Wind moaned through ancient skeletal branches, sounding just like tormented, restless souls in deep agony. As the candle's flame steadied, the jack-o'-lantern's light began to pulse ominously and rhythmically. Shadows stirred and danced among the weathered, forgotten graves, shifting slowly in the green light. Sarah felt a deep, resonant vibration in her very bones, a chilling and unnatural sensation. The ground beneath her feet rumbled with an unsettling, low sound, as if something was awakening. Whispers rose from the soil, the ancient dead calling for their long-awaited release from the earth. Names of the forgotten dead echoed from beneath the earth, seeking freedom from their eternal slumber. She instinctively backed away from the sight, her heart pounding hard and fast against her ribs. Yet, the jack-o'-lantern's hypnotic green glow held her completely transfixed, unable to look away. The ancient curse had finally awakened, its dark power now fully and terrifyingly unleashed upon the world. This jack-o'-lantern, carved from a cursed pumpkin, revived the buried dead from their graves. It compelled them to serve the one who held its ominous light, a mindless and terrifying army. A skeletal hand burst violently from the damp, dark earth, shattering the silence of the night. Bony fingers grasped desperately at the cold night air, reaching out for something, for anything. Sarah screamed in pure terror, dropping the cursed jack-o'-lantern onto the cold, hard ground. But it floated eerily in the air, its malevolent light intensifying greatly with each passing moment. Corpses rose slowly from their slumber, their eyes glowing with the same eerie green fire. They shambled slowly, inexorably, toward her, a terrifying, silent horde of the resurrected dead. The jack-o'-lantern emitted a chilling laugh, a sound like rattling, brittle bones in the wind. It explained its insatiable thirst for the essence of life, to animate the dead once more. Sarah turned and ran through the ancient graveyard, pure, unadulterated panic driving her every step. The undead pursued her relentlessly, their movements jerky and unnatural, their focus absolute and unwavering. Their guttural, horrifying moans echoed her name through the trees, a horrifying, distorted, nightmarish chorus. The jack-o'-lantern followed her, its malevolent light a terrifying beacon in the encroaching, deep darkness. It drew more and more decaying forms from their shallow, disturbed graves, swelling the horde's ranks. She tripped over gnarled, exposed roots, falling hard onto the cold, unforgiving ground below her. The terrifying horde closed in quickly, their cold, clammy hands brushing against her exposed skin. Desperate, Sarah grabbed a heavy, rusted shovel nearby. It was her very last and only hope. She smashed the jack-o'-lantern's carved face with a forceful, desperate, and powerful blow. The cursed flame exploded outwards, a violent burst of green, ethereal energy that lit the sky. The undead collapsed instantly into decaying heaps of rotted flesh and brittle, lifeless bone. The curse seemed to break with a terrifying, mournful wail of despair that echoed for miles. The night fell completely silent, an oppressive, heavy silence that was now all-encompassing and absolute. Sarah escaped the graveyard, but deep, painful scratches festered on her arms and her legs. Whispers, faint but persistent, lingered disturbingly in her ears, haunting her waking and sleeping moments. She destroyed the jack-o'-lantern's remaining fragments, scattering them widely across the desolate landscape. Yet every Halloween brought horrifying resurrections and visions in her vivid, inescapable, and terrifying dreams. The curse, though seemingly broken, had subtly and insidiously changed its ancient and terrifying form. It had found a new, living vessel for its dark, ancient power, a new host to inhabit. Sarah felt a slow, insidious transformation beginning deep within her soul, a chilling, dark change. Her own living essence was becoming a part of the jack-o'-lantern's dark and ancient magic. Her skin grew colder each day. Her eyes sometimes flashed with an eerie, unnatural green light. The whispers in her mind grew louder, more insistent, never ceasing their tormenting, maddening calls. She felt an unnatural pull towards the old, misty graveyard, a dark and irresistible longing. The curse was not gone. It had merely found a new, unwitting, and permanent human host. Sarah was becoming the new, living embodiment of the jack-o'-lantern's ancient and powerful evil. The graveyard remained quiet, its ancient, terrible curse patiently waiting for the right time to strike. It waited for its next unwitting victim, its dark power now reborn and stronger than ever before. The cycle of unending dread would continue, endlessly repeating, forevermore, without any hope of escape. At a Halloween craft fair, Theo acquired a peculiar jack-o'-lantern, its carved eyes unsettlingly deep. They seemed to peer directly into the void, its inner light shimmering like a dark, sinister portal. He carefully placed it within his study, the eerie glow casting strange patterns on the bookshelves. That very night, the lantern's eyes subtly shifted, revealing glimpses of tomorrow's shocking news events. Specifically, it showed a horrific car crash involving a stranger, a truly chilling and vivid premonition. Theo rubbed his tired eyes in disbelief, but the disturbing image stubbornly persisted, chilling him deeply. The ancient curse stirred within the pumpkin, which was grown from a seer's forgotten, haunted grave. It was designed to reveal terrifying futures, driving unsuspecting mortals slowly into utter, complete madness. The next day, the predicted crash unfolded exactly as foreseen, Theo's disbelief turning to raw, abject fear. The jack-o'-lantern then showed more, including his own unexpected promotion at work, which soon came true. However, far darker visions quickly followed, showing loved ones in imminent peril and accidents looming. Theo desperately tried covering the glowing jack-o'-lantern, but its sinister light pierced through everything. Whispers, cold and insidious, narrated each horrifying scene, deepening his growing and profound sense of dread. His once orderly life began to unravel completely, consumed by the cursed pumpkin's dark, insidious influence. He started avoiding social events, trying to defy the terrifying visions, isolating himself from everyone completely. Friends became distant, unable to comprehend his erratic behavior and growing paranoia about the dark future. The jack-o'-lantern fed voraciously on his escalating anxiety, its malevolent power growing stronger by the hour. The visions worsened dramatically, naming future deaths with a malevolent, gleeful, and exceptionally cruel intensity. Theo's fragile sanity began to fray, the future becoming a suffocating prison of endless, inescapable dread. He felt trapped in a nightmare from which there was absolutely no escape, no hope for any relief. The pumpkin's whispers became his only companions, twisting his thoughts, poisoning his mind with dark premonitions. He saw the threads of fate, thin and brittle, snapping one by one for those around him. Every smile from a friend felt like a final goodbye, every shared laugh a prelude to tragedy. Sleep offered no respite as the visions haunted his dreams with even more horrifying clarity and detail. He smashed the cursed pumpkin, hoping to end the torment, but the curse had already taken root. The future became unknown once more, a terrifying void, yet a strange, unsettling peace settled upon him. Theo lived cautiously thereafter, Halloween bringing unsettling glimpses in reflective surfaces he would encounter daily. He saw fleeting shadows of potential futures in windows, mirrors, and even in still water everywhere. The curse had merely adapted, finding new, insidious ways to torment him with its dark, cruel revelations. His mind became the new, unwilling canvas for the future, showing pumpkin's insidious, relentless, dark power. Each reflection held a fragment of tomorrow, a constant, silent, and inescapable torment for his fractured soul. He was forever bound to its dark purpose, a living oracle of impending doom for all of eternity. The craft fair continued its annual tradition, completely oblivious to the ancient curse it had just unleashed. The ancient curse patiently waited for new, unsuspecting buyers, its dark legacy enduring through the passing time. Theo's fate was sealed, a permanent part of the pumpkin's dark, terrifying, and utterly inescapable legacy. The shadows stretched long, obscuring his own future, hiding its terrible, inevitable secrets from his sight. The whispers of tomorrow never truly ceased, echoing endlessly within his tormented and now fractured mind. He walked through life, a haunted man, burdened by knowledge no one should ever possess or have to endure. The jack-o'-lantern was gone, but its curse lived on, deeply embedded within Theo's very soul and being. He saw the world through a dark lens of dread, every moment tinged with what was inevitably to come. No escape was possible from the visions. They were now an intrinsic part of his very lonely existence. His existence became a chilling testament to the pumpkin's enduring, malevolent, and exceptionally cruel power. He was a prisoner of foresight, forever trapped in a cycle of knowing and constantly, endlessly fearing. The craft fair continued, its innocent facade hiding the true horror it once unknowingly harbored within. New pumpkins were sold, new destinies unknowingly sealed by their eager, hopeful, but tragically naive owners. But none would ever know the profound, inescapable torment that Theo now silently endured every single day. His solitude was absolute, a direct consequence of the cursed pumpkin's terrible and uniquely dark gift. The world moved on, unaware of the silent, living prophecy walking among them, forever changed and haunted. Theo carried the heavy burden alone, a solitary figure haunted by the relentless marching of time and fate. The future unfolded, relentless and cruel, always just beyond his reach to change or ever alter. He was merely an observer, a prophet of despair, utterly unable to alter the grim tapestry of fate. The curse had won, transforming him into its eternal, tormented, and silent messenger of coming doom. The jack-o'-lantern's legacy lived on, a chilling whisper in the very fabric of reality itself, forever. And so, Theo remained, a living monument to a future he could not escape or ever deny, ever. His haunted eyes saw all, yet could change nothing, a truly agonizing, unending, and tragic personal fate. The craft fair, a place of innocent joy, became the genesis of his eternal and silent suffering. Its festive lights now mocked his perpetual dread, a cruel, ironic twist of his own personal fate. The future-showing pumpkin had claimed its ultimate victory, a soul forever enslaved and hopelessly lost to it. In a Halloween haunted house attraction, Samantha activated a peculiar jack-o'-lantern. Its face was carved into a swirling vortex, the light pulling at the edges of reality. She laughed, thinking it a clever special effect, but the eerie glow enveloped her. The room around her began warping violently, defying all known laws of physics and space. The ancient curse triggered, the lantern crafted from a dimension wanderer's bone, now active. It was designed to trap unsuspecting users in alternate, horrifying realms of pure terror. Samantha's world violently shifted, colors inverting, gravity flipping, disorienting her completely. Whispers explained the curse, a portal to twisted dimensions where fears manifested physically. She navigated nightmarish landscapes, pursued relentlessly by monstrous versions of herself. Time dilated strangely, minutes becoming years within the insidious trap, stealing her youth. Samantha's body aged visibly, her hair rapidly graying, but her mind sharpened with grim resolve. She found the lantern's malevolent twin deep within the void, its light beckoning her closer. Smashing it with desperate force, she hoped to return, to escape the horrifying, endless loop. The attraction emptied, Samantha reappearing disoriented, decades older than she once was. She had aged decades in mere moments, the dimension trap cruelly stealing her precious life. Samantha avoided all bright lights, Halloween now bringing terrifying dimensional slips into her reality. The house reopened its doors, the curse patiently waiting for new, unwitting activators to enter. The vortex had left an indelible mark, a chilling imprint upon her very soul, a permanent scar. Her memories of the ordeal were fragmented, yet the terror remained vividly etched within her. Sometimes, the air around her would shimmer, signaling a momentary breach from the other side. She felt a constant, unsettling pull, a lingering connection to the dimensions she had visited. Her reflections sometimes showed a younger face, a fleeting glimpse of the life she had lost. The laughter of children at Halloween now sounded like mocking echoes from her past torment. She walked through life, a ghost of her former self, forever marked by the lantern's dark magic. The boundaries between her world and the others blurred, a constant, terrifying mental struggle. Samantha was a living testament to the lantern's power, a warning unspoken, unheard by others. Her fear became a constant companion, a shadow that clung to her every waking moment. She often wondered if the monstrous versions of herself still roamed those twisted dimensions. Perhaps they were waiting for her, patiently, for the inevitable, terrifying return to their realm. The curse was not broken. It had merely found a new, living anchor in her tormented existence. Every shadow held a potential portal, every flicker of light a gateway to her personal hell. Her sanity, once sharp, now danced on the precipice of a terrifying, endless, dark abyss. The haunted house attraction thrived, its dark secret hidden behind its festive, innocent facade. New visitors laughed, unaware of the thin veil separating them from Samantha's eternal torment. The dimension-trapping lantern had claimed its ultimate victory, a soul forever enslaved and lost. Samantha existed, a shadow of her former self, a silent witness to unchangeable, impending doom. Her life became a chilling narrative of what happens when curiosity awakens ancient, dark evils, and the world remained oblivious, spinning onward toward its own unseen, predetermined fate. The echoes of other dimensions sometimes bled into her reality, a haunting, constant reminder. She felt a strange kinship with the lost souls trapped within the lantern's endless, dark void. Her dreams were a chaotic tapestry of inverted colors and shifting gravity, a nightly torment. She meticulously avoided all Halloween decorations, especially anything resembling a jack-o'-lantern. The mere sight of a carved pumpkin triggered a primal, uncontrollable fear deep within her. Her heart raced, her breath hitched, a cold sweat breaking out across her aged, weary skin. She knew, with a horrifying certainty, that the curse was still very much alive, waiting. It waited for her to falter, to make a mistake, to be drawn back into its dimensional prison. Samantha was a living, breathing paradox, existing in two realities simultaneously, forever. Her physical presence here, but her spirit forever tethered to those terrifying other worlds. She wondered if anyone else had ever escaped, or if she was truly the only one to return. But return was a misnomer. She was merely an extension of the curse, a bridge between realms. The haunted house attraction was merely a front, a gateway for the lantern's malevolent power. Its true purpose was far more sinister, far more ancient than any could ever comprehend. Samantha was a prisoner, her freedom an illusion, her existence a perpetual, silent scream. The light of the lantern still burned, not in a pumpkin, but deep within her haunted, tired eyes. She was the lantern now, a vessel for its interdimensional, terrifying, and endless torment. The curse had consumed her, transforming her into its most potent and enduring manifestation. Her fate was sealed, a permanent part of the dimension-trapping lantern's dark, eternal legacy. The attraction's facade of fun and fright hid a truth far more terrifying, far more real. And so, the cycle continued, with Samantha as its tragic, unwilling, and eternal participant.